Buenos Nachos, YouTube, and all the world and everywhere in the internet. Buenos Nachos, amigos. Welcome to Through the Tomes, our D&D adventure, where a group of understanding and patient adventurers follow the guidance of an amateur DM, bringing him along on his first D&D campaign, cobbled together with modules and tools and existing campaign settings and whatnot, and hopes and dreams. I'm PD Rave, the aforementioned amateur DM, and here with me is my party, my squad, my gang. We've got playing Wind and Summer, Daisy.
Hey friends, today I'm drinking Canada's finest Pilsner, Labatt Blue.
Nice. Playing Solero Italian, Drew.
I had to turn my camera off right when PD came up because I don't want to get us banned on Twitch.
Reasons.
For reasons.
You can just say reasons.
TOS. Playing Tumbao, we got Christian.
Hi. So I'm drinking water, and as far as I'm concerned, I think that's the best place to start.
Mm-hmm. Hydro homie. Playing,
at least right now.
Yes. Playing Toro, we've got V. With great entrance.
I am finishing a chicken Thai curry that is still cooking, which is why you can hear me, but you might not see me at first.
You got like I said, you don't know him, but you're giving us JVZ cam vibes. For JVZ. It's a signature camera angle. Just the ceiling.
That's awesome.
Playing Lucia Zanero, we've got Matt.
I am drinking Blackland gin and some sort of artisanal ginger beer. And as a prop, I have a Texas Steel Guitar Association Jamboree name tag.
Nice.
But not just any name tag, an artist name tag.
Is it Banksy? It's gotta be Banksy.
Yes,
Banksy.
exactly.
I like the ribbon.
We're finally revealed Matt as Banksy, not clickbait.
Mm-hmm. I was also staff, and people would ask, "What? Oh, you're staff. What are you doing?" I'm like, whatever they tell me. I don't know. They just put it on there, and I didn't ask questions.
Yes, exactly. And last but not least, we have Toby playing Toby Toby Underborough. Brett.
Or McGurd. Yes, tonight I am drinking the same thing I normally drink, which is Strongbow hard cider. And my prop for today is so when I was 17 years old, my brother bought me a Stickhorse from the penny. It has buttons on it, and if the buttons still work, we're in for a horror show.
Nice.
Okay, the buttons don't work because it sings, and the batteries were ancient, and it grew slow, and it became very, and the mouth would move. It's songs, but like I don't know how many times people or like I don't think Nugget has dealt with the business end of the Stickhorse Battleaxe, but it is definitely a fun time for all.
Yes.
Now I want to give a character stat for a Stickhorse Battleaxe.
Nice. PC guys there. Also Strongbow, what people from Longbow like to call it when you're local. Strongbow.
I mean, it's I can't get Scrumpy Jack, so.
Yes. I'm drinking from something from that was on clearance at Publix. So I just decided to grab it. I'm usually not in.
Hard Mountain Dew.
I think I still have one can of there somewhere, but I'm drinking from Sweetwater Brewing Company's. I'm usually not an IPA guy, but it was on clearance and I wanted to screw it, give it a try. The G13 IPA, and pertinent to our conversation earlier, it says 420 strain on here.
Is that weed?
It's just an IPA. It says it is. We took an already dank IPA and married its hops with strain-specific terpenes and natural hemp-type flavor The result is an aromatic super hybrid sticky IPA that's ready to rip.
Wow.
The future.
Didn't MC Chris write a song about that?
I didn't even notice. The funny thing is I bought it and I didn't even notice that part.
So this is from Sweetwater Brewing?
Yes. 420 strain Q13 IPA.
You bought some strings and a guitar strap, and they kept emailing and calling you, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
They
they're
send
like,
candy though.
Yeah.
I mean, I got like some mini Oreos.
I had like root beer barrels and stuff, like classic
yeah.
Halloween candy on my last order.
I can fuck with a root beer barrel.
Same here.
That's that Mennonite blood in me. Like, give me that root beer barrel.
IPA, yeah. It's definitely an IPA.
I'm sorry. I have to say, I'm looking this up on their website, and the flavor profile is dank.
Yes,
citrus, earthy, and resiny.
Yes,
that's like Coors being like, our flavor is cold.
So, did they just like pour an IPA through a used bong and then like put it back in the can?
I can believe that.
Let us know how it is.
I tried it. It's definitely an IPA.
Is it danker
Does it
than
have
you would expect?
any of that like weedy aftertaste? That's
know.
what I'm kind of curious about.
The hard part is I don't know how weed tastes, so
I can't help you out with that either.
So you know, I know how it smells, but I don't know how it tastes.
What a weird thing for you to happen upon.
I was at Town Talk yesterday.
Yeah, what'd you see?
I saw I don't remember what flavor it was, but every time I go there, I see a new flavor of Bang Energy. I saw like
can't buy Bang anymore.
Can you not?
They're a bunch of anti-vax weirdos.
Oh, okay. Well, they're all at Town Talk now, I guess.
All the super creatine a man could want.
I saw some.
All of it.
Like mini self-sufficient kegs of Shiner Oktoberfest.
Okay.
For like $10 each. And there were 6 packs of Coors Banquet for like $5 each.
What's the going price of Zoa?
Like the little pony bottles of Banquet or cans?
They were bottles, so they must have been pony bottles.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how you drink Banquet.
Yes.
So how's the Zoa inventory these days? Have you enjoyed your gaming?
I haven't seen. No.
God damn it, Daisy.
I think I have seen Zoa there. I don't remember.
Okay.
There were also
conversations that we have to have.
10 packs
We've seen the Rocks energy drink.
Yeah. There were also 10 packs of that gas station like Fireball that isn't actually liquor. It's a malt beverage.
Gross.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
No, we're going to get too far away from the energy drink talk, and they had like 3 other flavors of Zoa, replacing all of my like Alani fucking energy bullshits at the Circle K, and I was pissed.
Am I basic for just drinking whatever flavor of Monster Zero is at hand?
Oh, dude, you're missing out on the super creatine. There are all kinds of words that are made up now.
I had.
Let me know when y'all are playing with NOS.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like old school original when it looked like a NOS bottle NOS.
Mm-hmm.
That was a period of my life. But
same here. I've been off energy drinks since like August of 2018 when I got my car, because I was just having them all the time and I was gaining weight and it was messing with my teeth. And I still have coffee, but every so often I'll just be walking through some of those houses and I'll just look at it and be like,
I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I really had any kind of energy drinks. I think
yeah, those Mountain Dew.
Those are my only energy drink.
I try to save the energy drinks for long drives or recovery after a rough night.
Yeah, I just
I literally came over here to echo Petey that I am also a Cuban coffee addict.
Yes,
absolutely.
It's just like cafecito in the morning, and we're good to go.
I also
a cold brew from Dunkin' is my drug of choice.
Yes.
What I did buy was a 12-pack of Starbucks dark chocolate nitro cold brew for $11, and I want to go back and buy like 10 more cases of it.
Yeah.
Just stock up.
I tried one and it was really
Put
good.
Put it in your bunker.
Am I a lunatic for doing this where I'll get like a Core Life protein shake and then like a tiny can of like the Starbucks espresso with cream, click them up, and then mix the two of them together?
Hell yeah. I think that's the life right there. All right.
I like it. Let's keep stretching this out. No D&D tonight. We're going to keep all of the stuff behind the curtain all night.
Yes.
Did everybody get introduced?
Pre-show the show.
Yeah, everybody got introduced so far. We have secret guests.
So
one of them,
what their energy drink stories are.
Yes.
One of them is actually staying secret, and the other one is that. Just pointing that one out there.
Hey, I'm just doing what I was told.
Yes. All right. We are going to get started with the
I'm
D&D.
just here so I don't get fined.
We're just here. We're here to play some D&D. We're going to get into our adventure as we. Just to recap, we had our nice, wild road trip for the gang. And over a span of quite a few days. And some shenanigans and adventures. They finally made their way to Gwardan, and finally arrived. Said their goodbyes to their drivers. I forgot to mention, like, Grung, gave you guys big hugs and said goodbye. Brock kind of quietly just waved to everyone. Just a quiet wave and goodbye. And stopped and gave Solero just like a fist bump. just a solidarity fist bump. And everything. And then you guys separated and you were going to go on your way. Probably to get food, probably go on some adventures. And that's where we join on this adventure. So to kind of lay out the land and lay out the vigil for you guys. You guys are at the entrance of this of Gwardan, this semi sizable town / city, mostly elvish, but a lot humans and a lot of other folks from different walks of life. Walk around, you see a lot of people, especially at the entrance near the stables, near the walking. So you see very like street food stands and people walking around doing business. You see other like carts getting loaded off, like you see like just people being loaded from like passenger caravans, and like you see like a group of like people kind of like have repairing what looks like a circus animal transportation van. You see like you see some people just unloading merchandise to
what size of circus animals, Petey? What size?
It's pretty sizable cage. There's at least one large cage there.
Cool.
And it just seems like it's a little damaged. But yeah, and you see there's people just unloading like merchandise, like and people picking up like merchandise from for people, like people checking in with quartermasters and things like that. A lot of like back and forth conversations. You're walking through and you are here in Gwardan. What do you guys want to do? What would you guys like to do?
Is there like a nearby guard somewhere that you could like point in a direction for like specific shops? Because I'm looking to do a little shopping myself with what I got.
Has any of us been here before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Other than summer.
Toby will interject. I think the old Wind and Summer here knows their way around town, or at least knows the direction that we can go. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
How long have we been on the road?
I like
2 years.
2 years. Close to a couple weeks.
Okay.
I could use a bath.
Bath and a meal.
Yeah.
What time
What
of
about
day is
the
it?
oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. What time of day did we arrive?
I would say you arrived.
How much can we get into?
like I would say it's probably like mid-morning, maybe closer to midday.
Okay. Well, Toby is going to say, well, we got to wait for the maids to turn over rooms if we want to like get the most out of our stuff. So we might want to go find one of these roach coaches or, get some food, get the lay. Maybe find a puppet shop. I don't know.
Puppet shop.
I think you did remember that.
I shoot a look at Toby's general direction.
Does that slow Stewie turn that?
I mean, there's a circus. Maybe I can get a lemon shake up, A
Dole Whip?
A Dole Whip.
So some of that weird goblin made wine made out of goblin or whatever it is.
Was a wild adventure.
Pseudo dragon knows.
Okay, so we're saying wait to go to an inn.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early.
Like a suitcase underneath my arm.
It's early, so we have time. We can, on our way to where the inns be, we can do stuff. This town is our oyster.
Yeah, and you do remember that Grung mentioned an eatery that when you asked about food, the wrong lamp.
Yes.
Wrong. Okay.
So it's the wrong lamp.
Toby, that's where we probably ought to head towards. Wink, wink.
But yeah, there's like a bunch of and there's also like a bunch of shops available to you guys if you need to buy supplies. Is
there artisanal yarn? Do we have a puppet store?
There's probably there's there's fabrics. You see like shops with like fabric samples on through the window and like places where you can buy supplies, and there's clothing shops, there's clothiers, there's general stores, there's a bunch of places.
Toby's gonna get a new fit.
Yeah.
Is there anything that looks like it's a place that is run by someone of the wizardly way?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind heading with Toby.
Are you looking for like an enchanter or something like that?
Well, we've kind of drank a lot of potions. We might need to restock on some of those let's not die potions because
helpful.
Yeah. Nice.
And also everybody out of character and in character, I guess, as well. I'm the bank, so if you need anything, ask me because I'm carrying so much loot.
Oh,
my handy haversack is it havers more than it needs.
Yes.
Are we dealing with like an interest system here, or how do you want to play this, Toby?
No, I was the one who was not. I'm the player character who has the bag of holding. So
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just in character. I'm like, oh, cool. So wait, how do we interact? If I want to, is it interest? If I wanted to borrow, like, let's say 10, 15 gold.
Let's just say if you find something that expends more than your share of what you've earned, like you're doing a good job. Like because we're also going to probably be working today, which means we're probably I'm going to try and angle to where we get a free stay and a free meal out of it.
Nice.
But as long as you can play like a triangle or something, or hang out with Solero, like we can normally busk our way into a meal and a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can help out on stage now. I say as I.
You got muscle now.
You can scream and harmony with your goat.
Stuff.
What was the instrument? I forget the instrument. Like, fuck.
I think
it's really inspiring confidence when.
Yes,
I know how to play an instrument.
I was like,
it's a viol.
Yeah, viol.
Viol. That was correct.
Viol, not a viola.
We hadn't actually used them save for that one game after that.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Do you guys want to split up, or do you want to stay together? I think we want to stay together. But
I have a question. The wrong lamp. Is this just an eatery, or is it also an inn?
I think I don't know if Grung mentioned. I think she just mentioned that you can get some food there.
Okay.
They have like knickknacks, like the Cracker Barrel.
So
the best.
There's a porch with a rocking chair and a set of checkers.
That's right. Or that little game where you use golf tees.
the peg game. Yeah.
When are we playing cornhole?
It will come back to you.
Giant Jenga. Giant Jenga.
All right. Well, who here's hungry? Who here could eat? Okay.
That's plans. We're all sticking together for at least for dinner.
Okay. Well, we can. How about you, Mortal? What you hungry?
Oh yeah, I could eat.
Okay. I think that probably. All right. We can do some shopping later.
All right.
Right
so
after
time. So you guys head it's not hard to find. It's one of the kind of the main like places and main buildings close to the entrance to town. It's only like a little bit of a walk further along, and it's pretty easy to spot. It's a rustic building, 2 floors. Has the sign that says the wrong lamp, with two drawings of 2 mismatched lamps on the sign, and there's a couple of random seats outside with like a table, but mostly it seems like there's a nice murmur of conversation. It seems to be like the lunch rush inside. As you kind of walk in through the door, you kind of like smell really nice smell of like earthy foods and really nice like soups and stews and like meat cooking and
smells dank.
And
as I'm actually cooking in the real world, I hope there's ASMR cooking happening.
Yeah, a little sizzle going on.
And then there's quite a few like just different tables, and you see that it's not a huge place, but a pretty spacious little place. And it has quite a few tables in the main area.
I imagine it like a Piccadilly's.
Yeah, like a main tables, little pub-like main tables. If you look around, people sitting around there.
Oro is already here because he walked away last time we were together.
And you see there's a bar all the way to the back. It kind of like spans almost the length of the back of the main floor, with what looks like a walkway to the left that goes further back into the back, and then a set of stairs that goes up to like a second floor. And the decor is nice. It's dive bar-y, like with like it's rustic and like kitschy. With every table has like a lamp that's lighting their area in there, and each of them is a completely different design. They're just all different random like lamps. Same for like there's a couple of like
a
overhanging.
Is there one that's like red and like speckled and looks like from Pizza Hut?
Close enough. There's probably one that's close enough.
The lighting bill alone.
Yes. But yeah, and they have like these flickering like candles in their under like their hoods. And yeah, like these oil lamps are hanging from like the walls and a couple from the ceiling, and like they're all like different designs and things like that.
They got like, oil here.
Yeah, and then there's quite a few those like groups hanging around having lunch. You can see quite a few like maybe some workers, some just people, maybe a family or two, and then just like people just kind of like milling around, enjoying lunch for themselves. And as you guys adjust, we will turn over and switch things and meet our somebody else who just happens to be sitting together.
Curious.
So we'll have everyone but our guests David and Patrick meet up.
Yeah, so King Kaz and JVZ enter the shot.
close enough.
I don't think I'm qualified to play either of them.
So we have.
Let's say one of them is very white to be either of
them. But he's got glasses. So introducing who are going to be 2 new members of the party. We've got playing the new character Declan J. Morningstone, David.
Hi everybody, I'm Declan, or David. I'm drinking water because I'm taking so much medication I can't drink anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yes. And playing Herb Seawisk, who we'll meet in a moment. Patrick D. Swagger.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet everyone. I have Dad's Hat Pennsylvania whiskey.
Nice.
It's shockingly good for something made here.
Nice.
But happy to be here.
Yes. So
be a very questionable cleric.
So you guys are, you've guys been sitting for lunch. Declan kind of let's kind of like give the people at home a visual for who's sitting there. Declan.
Call me Deck.
Deck. What would somebody observing you see? How would you kind of describe what Declan looks like?
Declan is about 5'11", with braided hair. He's a half elf, and he's sitting down, enjoying a meal.
And then sitting next to you, kind of has been, talking your ear about, this and that, and some of the some of his options for
various beverages they serve around the area,
and like some treatments and
accoutrement
that he has available that could help your. He snake oil is a strong term. He likes to say, but we have. Everyone gets a good view of Declan.
And I'm doing my best to be polite while listening.
Yeah. You're presumably observing your surroundings too.
Let's be honest, you're ignoring me.
There's a ragtag bunch of assholes that just walked in.
Yeah.
It's like the Planeteers just walked. We are a diverse group of multicultural and multiracial adventurers, and a goat and a pseudo dragon.
We look like a Benetton ad that like needs a bath.
It's like a cigarette ad. Yeah, it's bad.
But
yeah, we should probably eat outside. I get that vibe that I don't think the people here might like a large group of various smelly individuals.
Oh, there's a dive bar. They're fine with this.
Yeah. Just don't do coke in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, we're not monsters.
There's no sex in the champagne room.
But yeah, we sit next to him, Herb Seawisk. Herb, describe what we see with old Mr. Seawisk, and what you guys are up to.
Well, Herb is a half elf cleric. Sorry, 4'6.5". Pretty old. Just sort of look like maybe he's gotten into some trouble in his life once or twice, and maybe just might not be as honest as he wants to appear to be, but he believes himself.
He's buying his own bullshit. Cool.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Not a lie if you believe it.
Yeah. He's not so much a liar as he is a person with ideas that he is very
not a
convinced
perspective,
of.
really.
He's faking it till he makes it.
Mm-hmm.
He just hasn't made it yet.
Yeah.
Still working on that, making it.
He's been working on making it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
we're not on plan B. We're on plan L, maybe.
So is that like the cleric thing was like because your parents wanted you to go, like a doctorate?
You guys get to meet each moment, hopefully, depending on what's going on. But as as you guys sit and have your meal, have your drinks, you do observe there's out of the kind of the random rabble rousers that have been coming in and out. Of course, Deck is in town among many things, but investigating things as he is wont to do. Sitting with his gear on and his daggers kind of at the ready, hidden presumably. You do observe an odd little group of people that
some interesting folk.
Yes, probably even just activate the intro screen. You see a tall blonde haired human with like a relaxed look on his face, and possibly in a purple dress, with a few pockets in it. You see with a halfling, with a couple instruments and some gear on his back. You see a orange-haired tabaxi walking with them, an elf, a half elf, in kind of like a ranger garb, a turtle, giant, a big old turtle,
or a turtle.
They presumably, since they didn't realize yes, and Summer's tail is, he has this like fluffy tail that coming back from this tabaxi's like monastic attire,
particularly fluffy tail.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a tail mullet.
Yes. They presumably they also have a goat following them.
Oh hell
behind.
yeah, we do. We've got a goat and a pseudo dragon with us.
Goat and a little like dragon-like creature sitting on top of the turtle's shoulder. You see another.
I thought the goat was sitting on the
halfling.
turtle's shoulder, and then the pseudo dragon was on the goat.
That goat is larger than what you would think a goat is. Just so you know, that goat is big.
I have a question for the waiter. Are they allowing animals in here? What's going on with this place?
They might be people.
We'll check in with them, but they should be fine. We'll check and make sure
the goat seems to be behaving itself.
Yeah,
He's a service animal.
Yeah, he is. Truly.
Whatever. I don't judge.
The emotional support goat.
Yeah. And they also have another kind of like a little bit of shaken in the face halfling and a what appears to be a half orc, a little halfling male, and like a little bit of like rough and tumble clothes, a little bit like worn from the road, and a half orc in similar like robes and garb. And so it's like this odd little group of people as you guys observe, and yeah, and you guys observe, and I'm gonna put everyone on the screen.
Well, PD, Mr. DM, I've turned my head and I'm puzzled more than anything. I'm looking over and I see this large group walk in, and I'm mildly puzzled. I notice there's a goat, and I ask the waiter, like, do you allow animals in here? The waiter says it's fine, and then I go back to my business. I'm reading, and I'm eating my meal. I go back to my business.
And as you do that, the group kind of gets in, and what do you all do as you kind of like walk in? You guys ask for anything, or do you guys go for a table? Do you guys go to the bar?
So
Yeah, like,
Toro has
Yeah.
made his way to the bar, and he is asking, or at least attempting to ask the bartender if they serve sauerbraten.
Yes. We have a nice supply of sour brown. We got some, and you kind of like the bartender comes over, and she is like a tall, I'm gonna say, yeah, just a tall human woman with like a pink hair with like a top like braid that comes out, like braided, almost like into mohawk shape, but braided all the way from the front to the back, and had kind of
just out of the way.
down there. Very broad shoulders, strong physique, tall, even for a human. But she's very like sharp features, but a very kind expression. She's like, hey there, kid. Oh, hey there, my dear. Yes, we can get you some, bro. We got a shipment of stuff. We've been kind of getting it coming in from Zemni and from out over there in the Empire. So yeah, we'd love to serve some of that stuff for you. You need anything else? Anything to drink?
I'm gonna go ahead and stroll up to the bar with Toro, just like lean down. Any specials? Anything particularly good here? And it's just
we got
this,
dollar
like again, next
domestics.
to this tiny person, just a giant like face leaning in, just yeah. Any particular specials
You
here?
lean down to Toro, and then like
Lunch.
the bartender leans down to meet you.
This is a silly place.
we have quite a few drinks. We have good wine. We have ale. We just got a nice supply of mead.
Would I be able to notice what Declan is eating?
Well, he has what is if you observe, you don't notice anybody in particular. You haven't met anybody, but you notice that around, you can look around, see what other people in general are eating.
Yeah, just like notice some of the food, something to catch my attention.
There's a nice little mix of dishes. There's some stews here and there. Like a couple of people are eating some of the more foods that you're familiar with from back home in the Empire. But quite a few of them are more like local, more like Menagerie Coast dishes from a little bit more south. It seems like, but more for dishes that are from the northern regions, and maybe with some heartier stews and meats. But there's a nice little mix of different dishes.
Yeah, I think I'll get some meats and greens, just whatever you have like particularly available.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go ahead and like lean over to Toro. So, do you know what we're gonna do after this? While she's getting the food.
I can't think before I eat, Tumo. I will have one mead with the sauerbraten.
Coming right up.
Just leaning over.
So, like, how far away are we
What?
from the sea?
So, you are. If let me.
Oh yeah, the map went away.
So,
I was going to answer
Decently
that for you,
far
and then I
away.
realized the map was gone.
So we're
Okay.
I have
probably
the
further
camera
away
off.
than like the catch of the day is going to be able to make
Yeah.
it to Gwardan.
And then, but in the meantime,
mean,
the
probably
bartender
rivers.
reaches down as well. Well, it's wonderful to meet. You guys seem new. What are your names? I don't mind me asking.
Wind
who's
and
asking
Summer.
whom? Okay.
No, they were asking Toro and Tumbao,
There we go. That's what I was
the
curious.
bartender,
Oh.
because he gets kind of jumped in.
Oh yeah, of course we gotta have like a tab going. They need
Yeah,
My name is Toro.
Oh, wonderful to
keep
meet
forgetting.
you.
Tumbao, but I either go by Toom, which is usually what it is for the bad people, and Bao for my friends.
Nice.
Because usually it's their tomb.
And I'm from the Zemni field, so I am quite happy to hear you've had shipments from there.
Mm-hmm. We got some food.
I'm more surprised that they did have shipments.
Yeah. We get a lot of shipments from the Empire. We luckily get the Clovis Concord does have a working relationship with the Empire, but we are through port from here, from the mainland out to Taldori, out to Marquette. So, well, not us, obviously, more like Nicodranas and Port Damali, but we're an inland city close to the coast, so we get a bunch of stuff from everywhere.
Absolutely fascinating, because I spent way too much time in school to know any of these details.
But yes, wonderful to meet you. My name is Io Rera.
Amazing what you can do when you go backpacking.
My name is Io Rera.
Io Rera?
Io Rera. I'll type it into the Skype.
Oh, I see it.
It's IORERA. And I'll be happy to serve you for the remainder of the evening. You just have a sit tight. I'll get your food and your drinks now.
I sit down in one of the stools. There's just an audible creak.
And as is, she immediately, goes over and gets mead, gets Tumbao a drink as well. Or what Tumbao?
I'll go with a nice wine. Just something simple.
A little bread, a little,
little cheese, meats, greens. Okay. Get my nice food groups in.
I've got something for you. Gets a nice little brings out. Would you want just a glass? You want to go ahead and get the bottle?
Let me start with the glass, and then I'll probably ask for the bottle.
Mm-hmm. So that all together. All right. And
how much would that run me, just so I have an idea?
Let's see. I always forget me. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet.
Actually, while
where can I see my money?
Anyways, can I send a bottle to our saviors, our group? Like, we want to send just a quick thank you bottle. I know I'm gonna do it. Send a bottle to our Through the Tomes group that we're joining now, who helped us out and everything. I want to make sure that they get something nice. So while they're all sitting down at a certain point in time, just a nice bottle, your nicest bottle, whatever you can.
We have a pretty bottle of we have ale. We have bottles of red and white wine.
Yeah, just whatever your nicest wine is. I wanna get them a bottle. I'll stick with a glass for me.
So, y'all haven't decided.
Make a scary
on your
DM roll.
The scary rolls.
Yes, there's a 5,000 gold piece bottle of Genki wine.
We have a nice red wine. We have a we have a bottle of Lionette wine. That'll just run 11 gold pieces if you want to.
That works for me.
We'll send it on over to them. Who was that? Those over there?
The ones with the goat.
Ah, wonderful. Yes.
You can't miss them.
Yes, I definitely cannot miss. Well, I'll have that. And then for what you guys are having, for when you guys are having,
I'll make a good stew and a meat if I could, as I belly up to the bar.
Yeah. 5 silver pieces for 6 silver pieces for all of this.
Not a problem. How much is the gold to? I'm gonna offer her just how much is the gold to silver ratio?
It is 10 silver to a gold.
10 silver to a gold, perfect. I pass her a gold piece for me and Toro, and then the 10, so it'll be 11 for the total.
For the,
or was it 12?
It would be 11 for the bottle of Lionette wine. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So then 12 goes right to her.
All right. Do you need any silver pieces back, or?
Please, no. You keep that for you. You're
Thank you.
Obviously, we're coming in as a large group, so we want you covered.
Okay. Well, thank you. Got everything coming up right there. Just sit tight and get comfortable.
Gwardan has a toxic tipping culture.
So, and then the rest of the group, do you guys get like a table or anything? Do you guys,
is there a booth? I want to sit in a booth.
There's a table in the corner, and it has like a bench set up like a booth.
For the sake of the other patrons, I think we should get away from them a little bit. How about we sit at this table, guys?
So
Do it.
Far off corner is a bench and a couple of desks, a chair. Like it has enough that you could fit like 6 people. You like the waiter gives another chair, so you have like 3 chairs, and the bench can fit a couple of you guys. I think there's.
Toby knows of a story about this one ranger who is really old, and he like would sit in the corner when these wraiths were chasing after these halflings one time. They looked really cool in the like little corner, but
yeah, I've heard that there's some bars that are multi-dimensional, so every table is a corner.
What?
It's like that really cool like Detroit style pizza pan that's in the shape of a W.
Exactly.
Everything's got crust here.
Yes. Yeah, kind of like you are helped by a young half elf man that helps you out. Have a little bit of a gruff voice, but he's with like a little bit like scruffy facial hair. Well, here's your table. What would you guys be needing? Any drinks? Any food you're gonna be coming your way?
Toby is going to say, "Order what you want, guys. I'm covering the tab."
Yeah.
I want a big piece of red meat.
We got that covered. We can get you.
Hell yeah. I just heard over from the bar after I hear that from Wind and Summer. Just point in the distance.
Got some catablepus milk or whatever.
Tabaxi, obligate carnivores is Tabaxi.
Gotta make it into pate form, or she won't eat it.
Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes she'll eat the pate, and sometimes she wants the chunks.
Yeah. Sometimes you have bits.
Sometimes she wants you to microwave it, or at least pretend to microwave it. Or I think that would be more my dog.
Microwaving cat food is against the law in 50 states.
I think it's more of my dog and the fact that he eats nothing but people food.
Yeah.
Lucius wants some whiskey, or the closest thing. Some sort of straight liquor, and just a big old pile of food, just like
room temperature platter.
Ooh, yeah.
The chef's special.
Some deep fried cheese. Yeah.
Absolutely. Deep fried cheese, egg rolls.
How many things come on sticks?
Like Southwestern egg rolls. Oh, lots
80%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
80% of the sampler comes on sticks.
Nice.
And dips.
Yeah. And
I like how Drew has a ghost in his background. Just flickering in and out of existence.
Oh, this is the whatever they're watching on TV. Or I don't know, is that the TV?
It's Amber.
Oh, it's Amber.
It's just funny.
That would be.
Because I'm. Sorry, I'm not seeing your together.
Vaguely.
Yeah, but only in Skype together mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just watching your raw feeds, and I just see Amber sitting there, and she's just right there.
Oh no, on the Skype form. Yeah, on the Skype.
That's
form.
a human being. That's just a human being.
I'm still on the Skype call.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. I forget that you guys are playing around this together mode.
Hey, Mortal, don't forget to order something for you. I'm sure they've got some fruits and veggies here.
Yeah, I got just do some some luncheon, something maybe a big old melon.
Some lettuce.
Can we get like some chips and queso?
Oh, that came on Lucius's platter.
Okay.
Dig in.
Yeah. So I was like,
it's everything.
Petey, if we were able to get our stuff already, would we be able to go? We would, at least I know I would. I'd probably go and join the booth with everyone else after grabbing our stuff from the bar.
Yeah, if you wanted to, you can go mosey on over there, and they can like make room for. There's plenty of room for everybody that wants to. Even
yeah, I just don't want to be shouting across the bar.
Yeah.
So
I just presume that either you're together or you just kind of like mosey back and forth when and in the convenient moment you just happen to be
yeah, it's just
like roaming
just
back and forth,
looking around and stuff. You're just holding your
whenever
drink.
it is inconvenient for you to interject. You happen to be there. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Toro's just gonna walk back, but like chugging mead as he walks, and so he's almost gonna trip and then not trip and then
this is all goes to
get over here. I just very accustomed to grabbing Toro by the waist and just under my arm.
Yeah. Very clumsy.
So we'll grab some chairs and squeak them
like
very loudly across the floor.
Yeah, they already have. You have like you got yourself a bench and like we have 3 chairs and a bench, and you're able to kind of fit all 6 of you in there.
Does this draw attention to the group at all, or are we being loud?
You can like if you want to look around, see if anybody's like caught your attention.
Toby
we
is
have a
certainly
boat.
being loud.
Everybody's looking.
If you want to like have a perception, you want to do a perception check, see what
Hooded man in the corner.
Toby is trying. Yeah, Toby is trying to figure out whether or not like Pseudo Dragon could perform singing, but telepathically, like hit the high notes for people to hear, but without actually singing it. And while I try and talk to Chavo about doing harmonies with me,
very
loudly.
You start to look around, and it's like, it doesn't seem like anybody's. These lamps are really cool.
The role fits Toro's like demeanor.
3. You're not even here.
No, not even here.
Summer has a similar thing where she's like, Summer's just so hungry.
Just food, beer that tastes like good crusty bread. That's right. Yeah.
Lucius,
and
I mean,
weed.
that's basically your passive. You rolled your passive, which is awesome. But yeah, even before you didn't even have to pay attention, you notice that Lucius obviously is always like aware of like kind of like his surroundings and just in general, and Lucius does like look around and notice that you're catching people's eye, but just as like a group does, you see like
nothing.
Like that's interesting, like a bunch of new people, like
right. And probably also and a bunch of weirdos at that.
It's like like they maybe whisper to each other, like, and then like they'll shrug, like
speaking with weird common accents.
It's like, and like it's like, but not because you're not completely out of. You're an interesting group of people. It's like there's other orcs even in the building. There's other like there's other elves. There's other half elves.
I get the vibe that they're probably arm wrestling. Just in the corner, just
nice.
Wrist wrestling.
Like somebody snaps their forearm in half.
Yeah, it's the Fly. It's we're playing the Cronenberg level of through the tomes.
But yeah, well, and as you kind of like observe that, you mostly just realize that you caught people's attention, but just as like any large group that just kind of like comes in and suddenly occupies a sizable space and is of
How many
interest.
of us are there in total?
You're 7 people, 8.
I think we got a full Brady bunch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that. And you have the party, and then we forgot about Luca. And they're not with you. Luca kind of like stayed with Grung and helped her out and helped them out, and because he's got things to work out, and
he knows what kind of dumb shit we're gonna get up
Steg,
to.
Yeah, we're the hungry drunk people.
Yeah, and Steg kind of said his goodbyes and went off, and he said that he's gone off to the temple to kind of check in with the Pelor Temple, and do his thing. Yeah.
I want to stroll over holding the bottle and just put it on the table for everyone with a bunch of glasses.
Yeah, he comes in with
glasses. We're fancy.
The lionette wine.
Actually, no, just the bottle. You're right. Just the bottle.
Oh, I've got the singing stein somewhere. We can have a real great, fantastic little time here.
Lionette. Chateau Lionette. Oh.
Lovely.
Lionette.
It's good. Hang on, can I do a history check to know if it's a good year?
I mean, you can.
It's a good year.
What is that?
Would they lie to us?
Somebody's.
Yeah, you gotta have some knowledge.
Somebody with a syringe has been pulling from the cork and replacing it with Charles Shaw.
Charles Shaw.
That would be history is intelligence, yeah? Yes, it is.
I was playing with the guy who told me about his experiences playing in at Mardi Gras in New Orleans, the first year that Boone's Farm sponsored Mardi Gras.
Oh God!
Wow,
that's not good.
A Boone's
because
Farm
those bottles
Mardi
were
Gras.
glass.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think they were there the next year.
Oh wait. Okay.
All right, so Chavo, try and harmonize.
It's a pretty, it's a recent year, but it was a pretty good year that year, as far as you remember. Yeah.
I mean, no plagues, so I think we were all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you guys sit around, you get your waiter comes out with your meals and your drinks, and he's like, well. Wonderful to meet y'all. Welcome. Glad to have you in the wrong lamp. What? Here, enjoy, eat up. What brings you around into town, if you don't mind me asking? Love to meet new people here in Gwardan.
Shopping. At least for us.
Oh.
For me, at least us.
Nice. Yeah, we have quite a few places we can shop around for. Let me know. Let us know if you have any questions.
Do you know the name of a good? Well, I'm trying to find the names for them so I know where I'm headed. I'm looking for a good clothing store and maybe some sort of wizarding supplies or magic shop. I'm looking to restock some essentials.
You gotta restock your magic missiles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some stuff.
Feeling a little exposed.
Yeah, I assume you guys probably had everything taken away from you when you got kidnapped.
Frankly, that was a nightmare. There was just too many of them. It was one after another, and then.
You guys have you were able to kind of recover a few of your things once you got out. So you have your spell book back. But...
Oh yeah, that's about all we got. I'm looking more to stock up to prevent something like this from happening again.
Did I ever tell you guys that my father was a gambler down in damn it, I don't know enough towns.
Well, my father was a drinker and a fiend.
I was born in the equivalent of a Greyhound bus going down Highway 41, but I don't know how to say that. I need to do more. I need to do more prep.
Yes. I'm
definitely looking for work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking and working.
Well, we have a few shops nearby. We don't really have an enchanter, but we have couple general stores, and we have something to work out that can get you some basic supplies and components and things like that.
I overheard some of my other group here looking for potions. Is there at least a decent potion seller nearby?
Yeah, we have a little shop. It's like a general store, but that has a few potions for people that walk come through
Potion
on
seller.
the way in.
Potion seller.
Potable notions.
They usually stock up from other shops and other enchanters across the coast for people that need to stock up when they come through Gwardan. If I'd say the White Dove might be a place that you can stop by.
White Dove?
Yeah, the White Dove.
So I haven't been to Gwardan before. So with the route, I last time I looked at my map, I know we got the mine close by, we got the woods and the ruins. Is there anything we should know about the surrounding area, just in case once we finally head out?
I mean, it's usually not too bad out there. There's just the general same amount of danger as you get anywhere else. Especially in wooded areas. But on the road, there's Clovis Concord patrols. So they usually are able to keep an eye on things, but just keep an eye on your own stuff and maybe wild. If you go in further into the woods, you might run into wilder creatures and wilder animals. What are you guys heading out for? Is there anything you guys are?
Not yet. Just more preparing for a plan. At least for us. I think they're looking for work, and if they're willing to have us tag along, we're willing to go with them for a little bit.
Yeah. What do you guys do? What is your usual profession?
Chavo, do it. Chavo, do it. Chavo, do it. And I want to get Chavo to scream.
Give me a baseline. Chavo, baseline.
Chavo to scream. Yeah, there we go. We are rambling folk. I pull out my flute real quick and I play the Shire theme, but they don't know it's the Shire theme. And then I say we make some music. That's why I am dressed in this outrageous outfit.
Declan turns his head and just kind of glares over, just kind of saying to himself, "What the hell?"
I play whatever that song that Picard plays after he lives a life as the flute player. Yeah, that's what I'm. That's
Show
what I'm
me
doing.
Picard's flute.
Yes. Yeah, we.
Are they playing The Inner Light? I know that song.
I call this song Sub Rosa. We just in up off the streets, the mean streets into Gwardan, and we are looking for a place that will exchange our work for possibly a place to stay, maybe a bite to eat. Spend a little bit of time in town, then head on our way. Or as I like to say, just trying to make a living and doing the best that I can.
Well, if you are players, we are willing to have you play for us for room and some cash. I'll let you.
We come as a package deal. And I know there's like a whole Partridge family of us, but we all serve. We come with our own sound guy and our own eyes for the crowd. So
I think I'm a roadie.
We keep the trouble. We do our part to keep the riffraff down because we do play all of the hits, and it can get raucous. We tend to target the the after evening crowd, because we do know some of the lewd hits.
Sounds like a wonderful time. We can definitely exchange a room for your services and some gold, and you can keep your tips.
We got a stable around here. We got a if you see our friend.
The stables you came in on right near the entrance. You have those stables. We have a like a little slight tiny hitch over on the side of the building, but not much for we actually use.
Oh, I'm gonna. You hear that, Chavo? There we go. Yeah. Oh. The simple pleasures of D&D. But yeah, we're probably good to work tonight if all goes well. But we probably want to clean up before we do. So
that sounds like
I do like that, Daisy. That was a good one.
Good work. Guys, do you want to ask about the thing about the
How about you ask it, mortal?
What was it about the? I don't know.
I was gonna.
Oh,
I was gonna kind of.
Petey is the best.
I don't know. I guess like quietly ask waiter, waitress who's serving us again.
We have a waiter this time.
Yeah.
We have a waiter.
I'm waiting. I've got an eye on that tall human.
I kind of want to quietly ask him, like, you hear much from the Sleeping Ridge clan?
We have a few people coming in and out. A few of y'all come in and out. We still get visitors. Not as frequent as before, but we they come in. They come in and drink and have some food.
Okay, good. So no crazy news, like anything bad has happened there that you've heard of.
Not that I know of. I mean, not that I.
No news is good news.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna pay my family a visit.
Oh,
while
wonderful.
I'm here. Yeah.
Well, have yourself.
Look at you, so fancy still with a family.
Oh, now I remember that roundabout Jen thing. Do we want to ask her about that here, or?
Walk away a little bit.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah. You ever heard about someone named Roundabout Jen?
Not personally. I mean, no, I really haven't heard that name. Is that somebody that you guys are looking for, or do you need me to keep an eye out for them?
Yeah. We're looking for her whereabouts, trying to track her down.
And this is where you and Declan, you do hear this, and it's like, that's because that is somebody that you're investigating now as well, and you hear that name. Okay, somebody else is looking for the person.
Yeah, we last heard she was spotted in Kamor, so.
Yeah, it's
Deck
quite a bit up north.
Deck turns his head quickly, but he tries to remain conspicuous.
Perception check.
Yeah, is anybody looking around as we're talking?
Does Lucius notice?
I would say, I mean, unless he
passively, you should.
Yeah, he would notice, unless Declan does a masterful job of being inconspicuous. But yeah, you would notice that he's like.
You underestimated
his 29. Shit.
Oh, nice.
29.
Wow. Yeah, you guys notice that Declan is intrigued by that. You see I mean, you don't know who it is, but you see you're looking around and you see a half elf individual with like was described earlier when we introduced our friends. That his interest is piqued
And then I try and turn my head back as if I wasn't looking.
Lucius just, he kind of notices this, but leaves it alone.
I kind of lean over to the waiter, same way they did, because you're talking about Lord of the Rings and the Prancing Pony. Just, excuse me, do you know anything about that fellow over there, the old looking guy in the flare clothing?
No, it just came in.
Have they been here long? Have they been in town long?
I think we met them. They've been here a couple times, and I presume. How long would you guys say you've been in town? The two of you, Declan and Herb.
It's been.
I would say we've been in town. I'm gonna ignore that. It's been about 4 days. 4 days.
Yeah, I've been here a few days. I think this might be the first time I've seen of Herb. But they've been here a couple times. Mostly keeps to himself. Maybe is observant. And have you been asking questions has Declan been like inquiring about anything?
Not in this particular establishment, but he's been asking questions about this particular name around town. Kind of the different establishments, different shops, just to see if anyone's heard that name or heard of anyone that might have any information as to the whereabouts.
Yeah, I mean, they've just he's been here a couple times for lunch or dinner, and he's just been here.
No, because I noticed we brought up a specific name and we cut some ears just hanging around. So was wondering if we should be aware for anybody looking for us the same way we're looking for them.
I cannot. I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
He's a bartender. He stays out of people's business.
I have no idea. I just met you guys today. I met that guy the other day.
Toby has no idea what's going on because he's over with Sue trying to be like, so Sue, can you like match the pitch of my flute, but telepathically? Like trying to understand how I can use a telepathic, and I don't understand. I don't hear anybody talking about anything. Lucius didn't share anything with me.
You played on the flute, and instead of like, I was like, he like kind of like dragon squawks like. It kind of patches if a little bit of scratching, but we're gonna get there.
I'm like, do I hear it correctly because it's correct or because it's magical? I'll have to read a book and hopefully not pick up the gestation period of an orc.
Bugbear.
Oh, sorry, it was
just
a bugbear.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind over there.
No, we were at a library earlier, and I rolled to find a book, and I found I found information, but it wasn't what I was looking for.
Nice.
And I've been kind of haunted by the sketches in the book.
Yes.
Like the gestation of a bugbear is well studied. You wouldn't think. But.
I mean, a lot of things are out there. Gotta get information, understand people.
I mean, I'm a storyteller, Petey. I'm a storyteller.
Exactly.
I don't want to tell those stories.
Every story deserves its tale told. It deserves to be told.
Like Grizzly Man. Don't read it. don't. Too horrifying.
All right. Well, I'll leave you guys to your foods. And your inquiries. But you all have a wonderful time. I'm gonna go get some things set up. I'll be around again if you need more drinks.
Sounds like nobody has anything to worry about with us. We're just smooth sailing, not raising any eyebrows around here today, fellers.
No, sometimes you ain't so lucky.
Well, maybe.
Nope.
Nobody underestimates our sneakiness.
Mortal's like looking at Sue like doing his like squawk, and like, oh, well, that sounds great. And he grabs a big melon and just chomps on it with his big turtle beak.
Oh, hell yeah!
Just hear the solid,
just like
crunch,
like you see on those YouTube videos of like turtles eating big old melons. It just like crunches on the whole thing.
Honestly, I just see him eating a strawberry, and it just looks like a bloodbath.
So, as one of Toby's the personality traits or whatever he rolled for, he has a story about anything, any subject. He can find a story about it, and he's going to use that power to be like, so Mortal, I heard that there were some turtles that lived inside of an aqueduct channel, and they were really big into baked pies of meats. Do you ever do you ever get down on anything, or are you just a fruit man?
I mean, I'm just I like lots of different stuff, but mostly just like vegetables and things like that. But I got occasionally got some cheese in there, some like things like that. I don't really have the
cheese.
Makes me toot, but it's fun.
What doesn't? I've shared room with Mortal plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a couple of things you can guarantee. He'll get up early to bask, and he toots a little when you get him the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, I know we're trying to go probably hit up a bathhouse after we're done eating here, but
hell yeah,
Mortal,
we are.
With the shell, I gotta ask, like, how do you do the full bathing thing? And more importantly, do you use like some sort of like polishing liquid, some sort of I don't know, like some sort of wax-like material in order to just make it look as best as it can?
Yeah, we got some. Yeah, I get some like some we got like a big old turtle. Yeah, it comes in a little tube. They usually have them sometimes at bathhouses, and you get the big brush. And you're just like.
Oh yeah, you probably have like two attendants, just two people at the same time, just getting all the angles.
Yeah, I saw it once. You got to go clockwise when you apply it, and then counterclockwise when you take it off.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to be.
Honestly, I heard some people develop that into a form of combat techniques, like way back east.
Oh, I've heard everything now.
Yeah, they just use the motion in order to just deflect movements. In fact, it was incredible. I even saw them just like some of these people were able to just pull flies out of the air with chopsticks and just kick, just straight to the jaw.
But
like a crane.
I usually like to scrub back there. I like to have my shell clean. It's my spine back there, so just gotta.
Oh yeah.
Gotta take care of it.
You feel it, like when people just touch your shell, you feel that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand. They've got nerve endings up there.
They passed the guac.
Lucius passes it over.
Can we get more chips?
All right, party time. Excellent. Wee you.
As you guys you guys are having the conversations and drinking and eating. Yeah, and then you guys.
I'll next time the server comes around, I'll kind of discreetly say like, hey, let me buy that guy over there a drink.
Do I notice? Can I roll to? Do I notice this?
I think
I should ask you.
Yeah, I mean, it's what. So, like in general, if you're not actively looking, it would just be your passive perception. What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is not that.
Whatever your.
It's 11.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. I
so
guess
you're
I
being
I
a little
could roll.
extra generous today, are we? Making friends? Well, what's going on? I've been hanging around farting with this pseudo dragon. Like, did I miss something?
And what has I'll ask quickly. What has Declan been drinking?
Declan has been drinking a rather refreshing carbonated beverage that has sort of a lemon lime flavor to it. It's got some ice in it. It's pretty refreshing to go along with his salad that has some meat inside of it. It's a really well done salad with some meat, and the house dressing is pretty tasty.
Oh yeah.
And like I was like, whoop, oh,
crisp and clean, no caffeine.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go ahead and bring one over for him. It's that is just 5 copper.
Just
yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Perfect. And like
would I have noticed both, like, are both of them still sitting at the table?
Presumably. It was like, do you guys to go over to the two of you, like, because we haven't even like checked in what you guys are talking about.
Like if I see if there's 2 people, I'll be like, buy him around.
Okay. Yeah, it was like, what is Herb drinking?
Herb is probably just drinking whatever everyone else is strategically.
Yeah.
So whatever he sees the most of, he wants that, regardless of what it is.
It's like, and everybody's like having like a nice frothy ale and most of the
like imagine Herb is at a hipster bar, he's drinking IPA.
Yeah.
Imagine Herb is at a dive bar, he's drinking Busch Light.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's whatever the situation, he wants to fit in with that.
He wants to blend.
Yes.
I don't know. It's very specifically not blending. It's being relatable.
Fair.
Declan doesn't care either way. He's got.
I was trying to get a feel on what the character is. Is it
nice.
Okay?
But yeah. So that'll be a silver for those 2 drinks. And then like he can. So as we kind of like go over to you guys, what have you are you guys discussing anything, or is Herb just talking at Declan about anything in particular?
I assume it's mostly idle chatter, like just whatever we're currently working on, because I get the impression, and correct me if I'm wrong, we know each other, we've been around together, like.
I think the idea was that you found somebody that seemed like interested, like you might get interested into your thing, and at the bar. I think this might be.
Whoa! I didn't know this. That
it's the right place for it. It's the right place for it.
Guys, when we go up, we're gonna want to play with your poodle.
That's right.
Yeah. So I think I'm trying to. I'm trying to make Declan like me, probably in not doing that well at it, but like really earnestly trying, like trying to earn his trust and faith.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know that I'm doing a great job.
Yeah.
Declan is politely paying attention to the conversation, but on the inside, he's burning.
Declan's not into his thing.
Yeah. Not into his
but
thing at all.
He really doesn't know how to escape the conversation.
It's like, well, this is your table. So I was like, why are you at my table?
You got to do the Scott Pilgrim. I need to pee.
It's like, yeah. And as you kind of like are sitting there, idling, chatting, you listen to Herb's pitches,
chitter chatter.
Pitches. Now I'm just hearing a timeshare.
And the waiter comes by. It comes by with another. You're low on your drink. It comes by with another of your your lemon lime spritzer, and an ale for Herb. It's like, gentlemen, this is from the gentleman over at by the table back there, and he points over to the table with the big group. The blonde gentleman over there wanted you to have these drinks.
All right, so Declan is looking over, but he's not really changing his expression. He's looking over and kind of giving them a glare. And then he raises his glass slowly.
Nods.
He raises his glass slowly after that nod and just kind of tips his glass.
Lucius does the same.
Mind you, Lucius is wearing a purple dress with lots of pockets.
Yeah. Yes.
He doesn't really let go of his glare, but he tips his glass to be friendly.
And possibly
a dress with a boob with a cleavage window.
Yeah.
Like, let's remember that the cleavage window on this dress is there.
The boob window.
And also the was it the mariner's jacket? The something jacket.
Yeah,
over
like
top.
the mariner's jacket. It's the whole attire is on the
he
logo.
is a seafarer's jacket.
The seafarer's jacket. So it's like green jacket that's over it. It's like,
yeah, he is just a like he is a motley crew
this whole thing.
in one.
All this.
You know, the one what has a doob hanging out of his mouth.
So Declan, he finishes his dinner, he finishes his drink, and then he raises his hand to the waiter and says, "All right, over here, I'm ready."
You guys like, do you guys need anything else?
Give those folks over there my thanks, but I'll be on my way.
All right, well, I think that's yeah, and then I believe you would have already like paid earlier, and then well, thank you for being with us. I'll let them know that they have your things.
And Declan begins to stand up. He looks over again, and he just kind of glares, semi-skeptical, more skeptical than friendly. Just kind of a glare, and then he turns back around and starts walking out the establishment.
That was weird, says Toby.
Speaking of which, I actually wanted to lean over because you guys have been talking about your bands upward and downwards. Do y'all have a vocalist, or who's your vocalist?
We are all the vocalists.
Yeah, but mostly
we are all including the goat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why isn't the goat the lead vocalist?
I mean, we all play our part in the band.
There's like one song where he's the lead vocalist, right?
I mean, Chavo. We've been working on some 3-part harmonies between Chavo, myself, and Pseudo Dragon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chavo has quite the vibrato.
I can't do it, but Chavo, like.
Yeah, you can't role play everything.
I just imagine Chavo able to pull off the tune of I am the model of a very
I am the very model of a modern major general.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, he has quite the vibrato, yes, but he's a little higher pitched than what you'd expect from a close.
That's more like a sheep than a goat, but sure.
His goat falsetto is pretty powerful.
No, his favorite song to sing is Danny Boy.
Yeah, he's
kill me.
He's big into Queen. You know, he's got to hit those high notes.
Let me see.
Is he sentient?
They are.
Everyone is sentient. Of an Oriamnus Americanus.
You're right.
Especially Sue.
Oriamnus Americanus. I am an Oriamnus Americanus. I'm trying to like fit the fucking the mountain goat's like Latin name into like the
Well, we also Sue is also known for like being on stage and being able to clop to the beat,
of a domestic
even on a like a waltz, you know, can clop 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 clop.
I am the very model of a mountain goat.
Domesticated mountain goat. I am the very model of a domesticated mountain goat.
No, it's not quite.
We need to workshop.
Another model of domesticated
Workshop it offline.
No, Daisy.
Oh, wait, I got a card for this. Take it offline.
That's what you guys are talking about at the table.
Did we just get red carded?
Red carded.
Oh, you got it. I'm just like
penalty.
It's like, all right, I'll work on it, and Mortal stops and just starts like, it's just continuing to sketch on this.
We're all just dreaming at this point.
Harper in the other room just texted her mother and said, "Help! I think Drew has turned into a goat."
Oh.
I mean,
That's so cute.
have you?
Completely plausible.
Yes.
I mean, you have kind of. In the theater of the mind, you are a goat.
That is so heartwarming, Drew.
He's a goat. What happened? What's going on in there?
He's watched too much 90s
Honey, I shrunk
Jim
the
Brewer
goat.
skits.
Honey, I
I'm the
goated
very model of a mountain goading warrior.
Honey, I goaded my husband.
Yes. I goated my husband.
That sounds like something that's on Urban Dictionary that I don't want to know the answer to.
Yeah, that's.
Well.
Nope.
No,
No donkey shows. No goated anything. No.
Your brain did that.
So while this is going on,
I made a deal with the devil, and then I reincarnated it into a goat in a fantasy adventure. That's Drew's is a guy.
Is Declan like down the road now?
Declan is standing outside of the door and just thinking to himself, they had a goat. Why did they have a goat?
It wasn't like
Herb is still sitting at the table, still trying to talk to Declan, even though he's left.
Like,
He's
like, Mom. And then he slowly turns like, oh. He slowly.
The goat takes a doobie from Lucius and like goes out and like has a smoke break and just stares at Declan, just like, what? And just.
You know what, though? As a troupe of performers, having a member that is a goat definitely draws attention to the band.
Yeah.
There
you put a banner on the goat and just walk it down the street.
And then they can
I
do
mean,
a dance.
everyone in this bar
You can, like,
looked at us because of the goat.
We could we could like teach him like a dance.
Toro is oblivious. Toro doesn't see any of that. He thinks it was the goat.
Yeah, it's not the large man in a dress and a green jacket.
No, to him it was the goat.
Or the giant cat lady. Or the turtle.
Chavo, you know, we should teach you some dances. Like do like a little like trot dance. Maybe like you can hop on my
trot.
Yeah,
I'm just seeing that dance where it's like 1 foot in front of the other, back and forth. The new shuffle that the kids are doing.
And like
you can
do it on my shell.
Yeah, he could do it like sideways because you know he's a mountain goat. He can Skyrim on your back.
I imagine your shell is like a steel drum.
Of course, yes. Yes, he is.
Is that a steel drum? Declan can still hear this in the background.
Shake your body line. Shake.
We got that. Listen, we got range. We all got range.
Yes. We're under the sea.
And he was like, after you guys in all this finish up your like food and drinks, we'll just want to head out and like just do our handle our shopping stuff.
Let's do some shopping.
Deus Ex Turtle. Sounds like a great idea. Let me settle the tab. You guys can go run along.
Yeah. And handled. And as you guys kind of like gather yourselves and start walking out the door. Where do you guys head out? What do you guys do?
First place would probably be either a clothing store or the back.
I think me and old Lucius need to go get a breath of fresh air, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
You guys.
Go.
Wait. Are we going walking? Are we going walking?
More standing.
Yeah,
you gotta go take
ahead.
a walk with your cousin.
Oh yeah, let's go take a walk with my cousin.
Yeah. Before Thanksgiving dinner, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green like this for no reason. Let's get moving.
We're from Miami. That's just our regular lives.
I'll go with you guys to the clothing store. That sounds fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we
just a quick stand and then to the clothing store. That was my plan.
There's gonna be a deciduous tree that we can like stand underneath between here and there.
Yeah.
Like something that will catch on fire.
We're just taking in the sights. Toby and I just like to take things a little slower.
Well, hang on, we are in a new city. Do you think it might just be cool here? We are in a new city. They might just be cool about it inside.
Urban foraging. Hey, we're not cop. And if you see a cop, you gotta tell me.
But wait, does Tumbao? This is out of character. Does Tumbao know this? Does Tumbao know what's happening?
You would have to be like.
I picked it up last time when I figured out what was going on. I rolled for it and I was able to pick up what they were putting down.
Oh, okay. So she does know. Okay, sorry guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we walk by. Man, there was a skunk over in this part of the neighborhood. Man, it's real
right
man.
Before the ape attack.
Man,
yeah, because Toro doesn't know.
Harvesting alfalfa. It's very earthy smelling over here. Zip your pockets.
They're truffle hunted.
We come back with a piece of jerky in our mouth, like
Toro was raised by his grandparents.
The hay fever.
Oh yeah, no, Toro's a good boy. Well, was raised a good boy. I would say at least that much. But yeah, quick walk, quick stand, and then definitely clothing shopping with Toro and winning some.
Was there a guy named? Was there a certain figure that was standing outside the door smoking a cigarette? Like being like they had a goat as we walked out. They're like yes, are we?
There was.
Yeah.
If there's somebody standing out front smoking, I'll kind of pause in my step and.
Can I ask for a light? Can I lean over to Declan and ask for a light?
Wait, I thought y'all had gone ahead. I thought it was just me and Toby.
Oh no, yeah, I stopped to stay with you guys before they. Oh, I got lost.
Oh, okay.
I've got to wait for the deed.
What he's up to.
Declan says, kind of very slowly, still being a little bit guarded. Sure. And he offers him a light with the lighter. Hands him his lighter.
Like a little oil lighter.
His fantasy lighter.
Yeah.
It looks like a whale.
Yes, that's always the answer.
Fantasy lighter.
It's like a little it has like a little bit of like a flint and steel setup.
A stone of fire pressed.
He's got the Sanji. He's just got that little gold one.
And we're heading off to the fantasy Old Navy, so you know.
It gets some performance fleece.
The mystical gap.
This is the most excited Summer has ever seen Toro, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all set to go now. I got what I got. Now I'm gonna let the boys do what they're doing. Now I'm gonna follow with you guys. So yeah, I already
with a 34-inch inseam.
Yeah, I already took my walk with. That's why I asked Declan for the light. But yeah, that's my plan was definitely go get clothing.
All right. Cool. And you find a couple of fabric shops. So you see.
So they've already left.
Most of them, they've already left. I think.
Okay.
Making their way downtown.
Quick retcon. I did give the lighter back.
Oh, okay. That's noted.
Polite.
I don't think he ever handed it to you.
I did.
So is the other figure who was sitting in the bar just sitting in the bar?
Yeah.
So we all pieced out and Patrick's just like hanging out by himself.
Apparently.
He was still trying to talk to him before.
Her was just sitting and he at some point
I'm
he
just looking
turned
around like trying to figure out why I'm so like alone now.
Yeah, it's like 2:00 in the Buffalo Wild Wings during a weekday, and you're like, what am I doing in this bar?
Yeah. So I guess in light of everyone wandering out, I will wander towards the commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can probably run into him again later.
The Orange Julius.
I'm on fantasy name generator. I'm on fantasy name generator to get a shop name, and I got one that it's not gonna be not gonna be useful for our game, but I figure I needed to shout it out of character. Which is Florist Gump.
Yeah, that
we're good.
Mm-hmm.
That is the dad joke I've heard all day.
I mean, yeah.
Also, right next to it, So Far So Good.
Under Bazaar.
What
a
do they
furniture
sell?
store.
You know, it's a mystery.
The Davenport.
A furniture store with a clothing section.
Davenports.
Blacksmith's Avenue.
Whole Kitchen. Goodfellas.
Blacksmith's Avenue.
That's a dentist. Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Sacred Cow. Close Contact.
This is real. I saw a place like near my job from a guy called Dr. Wiggly, and he's a podiatrist, so it's Wiggly Feet.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
I mean,
better than Wiggly Field.
Dr. Wiggly.
That sounds very Florida.
Dr. Wiggly, my feet hurt.
My mother had a Dr. Payne. I'm going to ask the women in the audience, what is the least favorite doctor you would have with the name Dr. Payne as a woman?
So there is worse. In Austin, Texas, where I used to live, there is a doctor who specializes in clipping guys.
They're vas deferens?
They're vas deferens, yes.
Yeah,
and his name, and I'm not exaggerating this, you can Google it, is Dr. Dick Chop.
No.
Dr. Richard Chop. He goes by Dick.
Yeah,
I'm not. Is that a shoot or a work? I don't know which word means what.
That is 1,000% a real.
I need to see his birth
being
certificate.
Who is a urologist in Austin, Texas.
It's marketing. It's marketing for the business.
Exactly.
It works.
Dicky Chop.
It's destiny.
One of my coworkers told me that he had his
Dicky Chop.
His performance.
Choppy his pee-pee.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks like the kind of guy that gives you a vasectomy as well.
I gotta look this up. Damn it.
Come and get your dick chopped with Dick Chop.
That
man who looks like he loves what he does.
It's part of my Google now. Patrick is not lying.
You're on a list.
It's part of my Google now.
It's part of my
Google.
That's
now through the Tomes canon. Dick Chop, the urologist.
Dick Chop.
I'm just thinking
can't make that up.
But we digress.
Yeah. You could have gone by Rich, and that would have been half as funny. But no, not Dr. Chop. That's already funny. But no, he's like, no, I'm gonna go by Dick. He's in on it.
Absolutely.
Vasectomy Jones over here, but I digress.
I'm on his LinkedIn.
That's just like that's what his parents named him that from the get-go. It's a flat out you'll be a dentist from Little Shop of Horrors.
All right, so back to what you guys were doing. So you do find a nice and quaint little shop that has like clothing ideas that catches your attention, called the Blushing Blossom. And has like various like dresses and clothes and shirts. Is there anything you kind of walk in and it's this nice pleasant little place? There's like an older relatively speaking, an older elven woman that with like kind of like silver hair, but very like stately expression, taller, more like a little bit over 6 feet tall, like with like rise and kind of like
there's a lot of tall people on this side of the mountains.
but elegant, and she says, "Well, how may I help you, fine crew? Well, how can I help you, my friends? What can I do for you?"
People are having a good time in here.
My name
I'm gonna let you guys go first. You're more desperate for new clothes than me.
Yeah.
I guess I'm looking for something effective for a mage, fairly reasonable, maybe with pockets.
Like a nice clean robe.
It would be lovely. Honestly, it would be lovely. Maybe something sturdy, fairly light armor underneath would be nice to go with, but just something pretty but functional more than anything.
Well, I can provide you with some like a robe, something like that. If you need something like an armor, you might have to consult more like an armor. We do have a couple in town, but I can get you a robe.
Nah. Let me stick with the robe then. I'd rather get that here.
Are you looking for a certain style, design?
I'm looking for maybe purple. I tend to lean purple. I don't want to. I tend to lean towards. How do I go? Maybe something a little more fireproof, because I tend to lean towards a little bit of thunder magic. And frankly, having something nice to help keep me out of the shade, maybe a nice wizard's hat, just something to help conduct. Some nice ornate metal within it might actually give me a little bit more of a, that pep in my step that I'm looking for. But nothing crazy.
I can get you a very nice design robe. I don't know about the metals. You might have to just kind of like look that in
I
yourself.
might have to take another stop. I might need to take another stop. But just...
I can get you a really nice robe. Let me see, like a purple, like let me see what I have for you. And she kind of like fingers a few like something off on the rack and looks in the back and like, we have. She pulls out a very like nice set of like robes that have like this like darker gray mostly, but with some like purple accents on like the inside, the fabric on the inside, and that kind of like as the and some like like the stitching, a little bit purple in the stitching. Well, these are wonderful robes. It has especially for mages and wizards. It does have a few pockets inside to like keep a couple components, or maybe you have an arcane focus. I'm not familiar, but I think that's what they call it. I just do fashion.
No problem.
But I think that's what you call it.
It looks fantastic. Can I examine the robe itself?
Yeah, you can like examine it. You feel it, and it is a good quality. Like just nice and sturdy and comfortable, but good quality like fit and feel, like a nice like very like a silk underneath, on the inside, like a tougher fabric.
Now that I'm thinking about it too, do you happen to have any sturdy shoes or pants? Something to have, like gloves, shoes, and pants. Something to have, like along with the robe. I'm trying to look for something a little more sturdy underneath it, just like some good, well-fitting pants.
I can get you like a nice matching shirt and pants that can like, I can get you something that we can get you fitted with something like that. With nice matching shirt and pants.
Absolutely.
Depending on kind of the quality of level that you're looking, you could look at a little bit more comfortable common. If you're looking for some fine linens and fine clothing, it's going to be quite a bit more expensive. Just as
do you have an idea on the price so far?
Well, the robe itself, that is, I'm going to put it at about these robes about 2 gold pieces.
Wow, it's not that. That's not bad. I was expecting it to be a little more pricey. Looking forward.
Now, I can give you some nice, comfortable clothes with good material, and get you going if you need something to.
I'm looking more for like hiking shoes and hiking pants, because I'm expecting a lot of travel, and frankly, like the robe would be nice, and I want to keep the robe, but should I have to like change into something else, I'd rather be able to have something underneath the robe.
Well, so I can get you a good set of good, comfortable clothing for.
Perfect. I think I'll take it.
Just a straightforward set of clothes for like traveling. Like it gets you about since it's like for pants and shirt in there a little bit more. So it'd be like 3 gold pieces for the clothes underneath. Yeah. So altogether it'd be about 5 gold pieces.
Not a problem. Go ahead and
keep track of that and get back a hold of me here in a bit so I can do the math.
And then the matching set of boots would come with that. Yeah.
Sensible flat.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And do you have a good selection of hats, or is that not your thing?
Oh, I work with various haberdashers and stock some really nice stuff. Are you looking for a top hat, more of like a flowing hat, like a sun hat?
I'm thinking more of a classic wizard's hat, wide brim, long pole, just something. I know a few actually. I remembered a weather wizard I went to the academy with had a storm hat where the actual cap itself was generating storm clouds. I'm not asking for something like that, but that's the style. I'm thinking of like those old school classic wizard hats with a wider brim, to just keep the sun out.
I spaced out for a second, and I thought you were gonna say one of those old school bucket hats.
Don't tempt me.
The 90s are alive again.
Yeah, put a crescent moon and a star on that. You're wizarding.
God damn it! Now you sold me.
That's right.
I have a request with the hat because I don't know if you've noticed my little buns right up here. They tend to be kind of uncomfortable, and that's usually where a lot of the storm magic tends to come from for me, at least. I was hoping I could get maybe some kind of bucket hat with holes, so that it can come out.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna consult real quick, see if I can find something. Because I figure I'll shout out. I haven't used a resource in a while, so I'm gonna see what I can find in the Wanderer's Guide to Merchants and Magic. So shout out to Eventier Games for this dope little book that I kickstarted. I think it should have it available out there to pick up and order. But it has a bunch of stuff for magic items or mundane items, and also pre-built shops and shop owner characters and things like that. Let me see. Really stuff. Some really fun stuff. Let's see.
While the shop owner is helping Tumbao, Toro's kind of looking around. He knows he wants a new hood, so he's looking at rain stuff because he's got this cloak, but it got dirty. It has a hole in it, and he's just got common clothes, so he's looking for something bulkier, and he's just looking around.
I'm sorry to report that Wizard Bucket Hat in Google Images is disappointing results.
Can you AI generate that hat?
What about
Man.
Someone put it through an AI.
We were talking about AI here a minute ago in the chat, but a different kind of AI.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. That's pretty good. I did see that, but
It's not.
I was just wanting a bucket hat with stars and moons.
That's kind of what I was thinking of too.
Well, let me just Google bucket hat with stars and moons.
Already on it.
Well, there's.
I'm logging into OpenAI as we speak.
Excellent.
Wizard bucket
Nice.
hat.
Ask
I am.
ChatGPT.
Well, we do have actually. We do have an interesting hat that might in like the wizard hat that wizard style.
It might suit my fancy.
It's it is yeah. So let me see if I can find it. She goes and looks through her storage, and he looks at the storage. Yes, and she pulls out kind of like this gray, like lighter gray, with like sheen to it. Interesting, like sheen to it. Kind of is has a bit of a point to it that dangles, but and a little bit of a rim. Not a super elaborate one, but one. Well, it's well, so this one, an interesting aspect. You might find it useful. It's the person who sold it to me said it's called a hat of naivete. Naivety. It says that it makes you a little bit of it has a nice like design, but it makes it a little bit more or less aware, but
a little bit more of a fool.
But it has this whenever it has this like ability to say that like whenever you're needing to like do something with your charm or need to channel like your inner charisma, you're able to like give yourself an upper edge. Give yourself an upper edge to give yourself a better chance. So basically, like in her words, she's describing it as that while you're wearing this magic hat, you have disadvantage on insight checks, but it also has the ability Fool's Charm. That when you roll a skill check using charisma while wearing this hat, you can choose to gain advantage on the roll. Once used, this property can't be used again until next dawn. So it's called
Honestly,
Fool's Charm.
I like the blue one, Brett. That's awesome. It sounds interesting, but I'm not sure if it's my style. But how much would it run for, gold-wise?
Their process for pricing magic items.
While you're looking for that, so now I'm just getting the vibe that the band is gonna just turn into a ska band.
Hey, now watch out! Don't we got ska sexuals around here?
Oh, I'm a fan of ska. Same here.
I'm calling Drew ska sexual for the rest of his life. That is done.
God,
tell me where the lie is, Drew.
In the last week, I have made 2 playlists of ska and ska adjacent bands as Amber learns more about ska, and also one that's just called Not Just Mozzarella Sticks, which is specifically ska about social and political issues. That has a lot of songs about how much the government sucks, or half of that We Are the Union album about her transition.
I mean, that album's a banger.
I want the Aquabats to do a politically focused album, and then like.
But only if Travis joins the band again.
Yes, a bunch of old men in wetsuits and Batman masks.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, ska is a genre of people over 50.
At least in your heart and soul.
Oh no, there's
There's a whole generation of new ska.
Oh yeah.
It is very dumb and
we're
very
like
great.
the sixth wave.
Very smart.
Like,
as ska should be, Patrick. As ska should be.
Well,
it's so
actually
good.
very, very diverse and very smart, actually, in quite a bit, and a lot of it is very like passionate and like.
But are any
creative.
of them about cats that have more than one head?
There is a literal modern ska band named Catbite, so maybe.
Can you pet one kitty's head and then pet the other kitty's head?
I don't know about all that.
God, the Aquabats. I can't not talk about the Aquabats. I'm sorry, Petey. Like, I have to put my foot down. The Aquabats.
Yes.
Can the Aquabats canonically exist in this universe? Because it seems completely plausible for those folks.
Don't get those.
You just heard it through the grapevine. I like Catbite. Catbite is a good name.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah. She goes to. Well, that'll run you about. It's pretty nice utility. It'll run you about 25 gold for the hat.
That's outside of my price range at the moment.
No, it's not. No,
I look
for me at least. I'm not with you guys.
I've
got you. It's fine.
Yeah, somebody make please.
Summer
yeah.
I think before we ate food, I tried to make it very clear that like I was the Monopoly banker for everybody.
Monopoly banker.
Yeah,
I did.
But like just so you know, like every time that we have like picked stuff out of people's bodies, like it magically funneled into the bag that I wear on my hip. So that's your money that I'm carrying.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I would need. Yeah, if you want to, if you're willing.
But I'm not around. I'm high. I'm like you gotta go with
unless Summer is joining you guys. Unless Summer or somebody else joins you guys for like the fabric clothes shopping.
I'm just trying to retcon so that you don't make a mistake. There was once I had a chance to get a ventriloquist dummy and I did not. And I have been, my character and myself have been like.
Wasn't the same ever since.
Yeah, I'll never see it again.
I assume by now Herb has found the hat store, and he is looking for the hat that makes him look the tallest. That is his goal. Like what he really wants is one of those Cat in the Hat hats that we were all wearing in like 1998. You know, that we got at the carnival.
Damn good.
He wants something that level of tall.
The carnival.
Toro is 3'11", but he says he's 4 feet, so he wants something just a little taller as well.
It's like you wander in, you wander into like where you see a bunch of like.
Toro just constantly says,
well, I'm mulling over buying a hat. I'm gonna let everybody else, while I take a quick bio break, I'm gonna let everybody else make their own purchases. I'm gonna keep listening in, but I'll be muted for a minute or two.
Zuma, zoom. Yeah, we got the boom.
Petey, what was the cost on
the hat? The hat is 25 gold and 5 for the robe and clothes if you're also covering those. But
yeah, so 30 total.
Yeah, 30 total.
Where the hell's my? Here we go.
Okay. If Herb wanted a very tall but otherwise completely unremarkable hat, what would that cost? Like non-magic, non-nothing. The only attribute this hat has is it's kind of tall. It's like a big ass tall top hat.
Like Abraham Lincoln tall or taller?
Yes.
It's
like at least Abraham Lincoln.
But not of an Abraham Lincoln type.
So. Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking something sort of Mad Hatter. Top hat.
And then she finishes up with Tumbao and you kind of wander into the same shop and you notice that like the halfling and the orc are there and the tabaxi is there, kind of like they're all milling about. It's like, oh, that's interesting, they're there. And then that same elven woman that attended to Tumbao finishes with her and she walks up. Well, how may I help you? Looking for anything in particular?
I would like the tallest hat you have, please. I would like to look at least 6 inches taller, if not more.
Let me see. And she kind of like leans back and looks at you and says, do you want something that just goes straight up, or do you want it to taper out, or do you want it like to come to a point, or is there like a particular style?
Either like a straight up, maybe even a slight taper out. You know, not anything pointy. I'm not a wizard.
Yes, I have. I can design for you something. I can make and you can come pick up tomorrow. I have a little custom design for a hat. And she pulls out a parchment and she kind of like designs for you like something that has like the brim that kind of like is like that comes up and is rounded but comes up to the side, and the hat, and she designs like a line. You see like a strip that's there, and it kind of like tapers out into is fairly symmetrical. And brings it out, and I could say, yeah, we can do 6 inches up there, maybe a little bit more, like 6.5. Yes, and then have it like some symmetrical, like maybe some accents, maybe like a centerpiece in the front.
How did Herb make his way to the haberdasher?
I think he just wandered.
Yeah, he just
wandered, and I realized there was somebody with hats, and I wanted to appear tall.
Yeah.
I got bored being alone at the bar.
Yeah, I can get it for you. I know somebody that can get this design set. I have a haberdasher hook up. This.
But like, what do you have now? What is tall and available now? I am an impatient man. I cannot wait for someone to.
I can get you a full, like a nice top
I'm just
hat.
laughing
It's
at this
got a
dude.
good like 4-inch height to it. Just a straight brim.
Could I see that? And I think Herb takes it and puts it on, and sort of he backs up against a wall and sort of measures himself to try to figure out how tall he is. Like holds his hand on the wall, and he's like, "I'll take it." Like just being impressed that he is suddenly 4 or 5 inches taller in his mind.
Yeah.
Declan is still Declan has
where am I?
made his way to the haberdasher, but he sees Herb in the window, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" and then walks away.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Well, yeah,
Carl was listening to that conversation with the tall hat, and he's starting to wonder if it comes in a different color.
Yeah, Matt had kind of assumed that Lucius and Declan would have some amount of a conversation outside of the bar.
Yeah, y'all walked away. Y'all just ran off.
Well,
No.
Half of us did.
Lucius and Toby stuck around, and
we're paying the tab still.
Yeah, so
we've just been waiting for the flash sideways.
I think there's a lot going on, so there's just a
4 of us 4 left. You guys are still over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are still over there, and then as you guys so you guys are figuring that out. I think it's like it'd probably be like the hat would be like maybe like I'm gonna say like 4 silver. it's a reasonable thing. Not a particularly expensive hat. But yeah, as that is going on over there, outside, a little bit outside of the wrong lamp, you guys you guys are partaking in your smoke. They ask you, Lucius, why do you smoke?
To get
stoned.
Get stoned.
Why do you roll?
Makes me feel good.
Why don't we get drunk and screwed?
Well, I was thinking family tradition.
Declan very casually turns his head because he's a little buzzed now. He turns
Lucius
over
Williams
and looks over at Lucius and says,
before.
Have you ever heard of this vehicle that runs on water? They don't want you to know about it because it would totally devastate the vehicle industry.
I think like
so many questions, but I'm not there.
Well, yeah, I've ridden on one. It's called a ship.
No, not a ship. Not a ship on water, but it's on land and it runs on water.
A hovercraft?
Like mortals just hanging out. I mean, we got like airships.
Wait, we do. We do have.
And oddly enough, you guys, he points to the distance, and there's an approaching airship with the 2 crystals going towards Port Damali.
I was gonna say it's the Goodyear blimp.
It was like he points, or away from Port Damali. There's like this. It's fairly off in the distance.
What industry would it collapse? Like the horse industry?
That's right.
We're still out. Like, you see what happened to us. Horses only exist for rich people to jump over dicks and race around barrels now.
Declan.
Okay.
Declan, being a detective and investigator by nature, he thinks about getting into one of his conspiracy theories about the horse industry and the 1%, but he decides to back off and just says, you know what? Never mind.
Airship chemtrails.
Y'all ain't ready for that. Your kids are gonna love it.
Wow.
Does this horse industry have anything to do with
the horse industry? We're talking about the white powder that you inject into your arm. That kind of horse industry.
Lucius said that name, and Declan was like, "What do you know about Roundabout Gin?"
Matthew asks, "What do we know about Roundabout Gin?"
You just know that you were asked to like go up to
just kind of
the village and ask around that she's a wanted criminal.
Not much. We just had not really much of anything. Somebody just asked us to look into her, whatever that, so yeah, apparently she's wanted by someone somewhere.
Yes.
She's wanted.
Yes, she is.
Can't goat Richie Sambora, but
what's she wanted? What's her deal?
Man.
What is her deal?
It's basically just there's a bounty on her from the Clovis Concord, related to the adventure module that eventually is involved in this.
It's been like 9 months since we last.
It's been over a year since we found that.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
We're getting there.
Yeah,
it's coming together.
Rose Boob, remember?
Yeah.
Like the sled's name was Rose Boob.
Yeah.
So
as the snow globe falls out of his hand.
Yeah. The mystery is.
It's one of those like novelty snow globes that just have like from Miami Beach, and it's just like a woman in a bikini with.
Yes.
I was making a Citizen Kane reference, but that works too.
Yeah,
oh, me too. Yeah. But yes, yes, Rose Boob.
Rose Boob.
Rose Boob.
Karen haircut. I remember those parts once you showed it to me, but
they call her Rose Boob.
I saw her once. I saw her once in a watercolor painting. Yes.
Yeah.
Was it one of those ones that fold out downwards?
No.
And you mostly just like she's wanted for. Let me.
And what's your interest in her anyway?
Hand
seem to perk up when when you overheard her name.
We've got history.
Like, damn it.
What of what nature?
Of a criminal nature.
Hey, I'm over here as well, Toby. I'm down here. We aren't the cops, and if we were the cops, we'd tell you.
Well, neither am I. Not anymore, anyway.
Oh, hey, we could tell you about how we accidentally got deputized once because we were bad at siege weaponry. Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, we
So
yeah. Carry on, Lucius.
Was this were y'all on friendly terms at some point?
At one point, things went sideways.
You don't have like an Inspector Zenigata Lupin III relationship going on. I don't know the equivalent of the land. The story of an Interpol officer searching for a thief. You don't have one of those kind of like, white whale type issues with this, do you?
Okay.
Well, Deck is a detective.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a private Deck?
You got it.
Private Deck.
Wow.
So
cool.
It's she's wanted for theft, murder, kidnapping, money laundering, and fraud. Or just a few of the misdeeds that she's got.
She's bad news, my guy. She's bad news bears.
Yeah.
Well, we've seemed to it seems to find us, so I can't say I'm too surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a bounty. Like how big of a bounty?
I think it was 1,000 gold pieces for the bounty itself. I think you were getting paid just a few hundred gold just to go in there for your time and your trip to at least just ask around. And you're probably not gonna find her. You were told, yeah, you're probably not gonna find her, but you're gonna at least. It's somebody that saw her, and you can at least go ask around, see that they know something about what's going on. Yeah.
Some fool paid us money to take a trip that we would probably have done for free to come look for information on this. So our I'm talking to Deck about this. We're in the hunt as well, but we don't know what we're looking for, and we kind of don't know why.
Well,
and we still haven't found what we're looking for.
No.
And more like, and we got like other stops along the way, anyways. But it's what we're going to eventually.
Yeah, it's our party guy Den. It's we every now and then we go on little journeys, side jags. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we find weird eldritch horrors in a puppet shop. Sometimes we find a winery making wines out of humanoids. But most of the time we just end up at a bar playing music.
Mm-hmm.
With a goat.
Yeah.
Hey, that goat's important. But he's a ranger.
Family.
He's a ranger. He's a ranger who has a friend. Just you get used to goat always being around. It's just it's you don't have to get his goat. You just have to accept his goat.
Yeah, he kind of helps us out in combat. If we ever need to. He likes.
He also is really good at climbing.
He seems really polite.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was key in saving our lives when we were drowning, but he can climb up a sheer face pretty well.
Mm-hmm. He can headbutt real good.
Deck looks over and is like, "What's his name?"
Oh, he's Chavo. That's what he likes to be called.
Nice to meet you, Chavo. He's still slightly confused, but being polite.
I thought Chavo was with them.
Yeah, I thought they were.
I don't know where.
Chavo could be hanging out with us. We could do whatever we want. Chavo. Chavo's his own goat.
Chavo's just kind of wandering around, wherever Solero is. But
I thought that there was a special place for him. Didn't we say that when we were at the bar? That there was
they
like
said they make
Chavo,
you can hitch him up somewhere, but
Chavo don't get hitched.
I don't think Chavo.
He's like Pikachu. He doesn't go on the ball.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Chavo.
He mostly just hangs around.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, dude, he's
this goes down the old town road.
This goat has done coup de grace. This goat has come in. He is handier than a pocket on a shirt.
That's pretty handy.
He says that to you while you're looking over at Chavo. He's eating
back at the haberdashery.
He's eating a weed, like a weed plant, not a weed plant, but like some kind of grass and weeds from the ground. He's just staring at you with blank stare.
Yeah, you get these big rectangle pupils staring right into your soul.
Deck is looking back over and he just kind of shrugs and says, okay, so the goat is helpful. I'm not going to ask any more questions about the goat.
I mean, you can continue to ask questions about the goat, but we may not be able to answer them.
So
you guys are looking for Jin.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How'd she get that name anyway?
Declan?
Yes.
Yeah, would Declan know?
I don't think either of you know exactly. It's one of those things where she just got that name. That's just they know her.
In her homeland, she's called Traffic Circle Jin.
It's like a name or nickname or maybe an alias that is thrown around by people.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
not a lot of concrete info on any origin or anything like that.
She gets around
from town to town. He's a real cool head.
Now we need to get the goat to do 4-part harmony.
No.
Barbershop Quartet, Beach Boys coming up.
Declan says, you guys are all right. I'm not quite ready for that yet.
Just remember, you're hanging out with musicians. We may be adventurers, but we also we work gigs.
We're musicians, man.
You ain't choking, you ain't smoking.
We're artists at the end of the day.
It's all about art.
I'm dealing with a bunch of hippies. A bunch of weirdo hippies.
No. Just him.
Only one.
Only one hippie. and oddly, and just observing it, and you would say that the other thing you observe about Lucius is this whole hippie persona belies the fact that he's actually very clean kept and very clean cut in his actual if you look at him he has a clean cut beard, his
no
hair
chin beard.
is very style
no neck beard.
Other than maybe some road damage, a little bit out of the road, it's still more or less well maintained. Even on the road, he kind of he grooms.
He's got a no poo routine that worked really well.
The skincare routine.
Yeah, he's very well
He's put
you
together.
Look closely,
he's very put together.
Three rules of adventure.
There was work put into looking like there was no work put into it.
It's one of the things you observe.
So you're an ex-cop.
Ex-cop.
How does one become an ex-cop?
Spending too much time around cops.
That enough said.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I understood. Jot that down in the notebook.
Certain way.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly.
Let's just say it's hard to be a good cop.
Well, I don't see you wearing any weird shaped skulls that make no sense. I don't see any like. You're all right with me.
Weird shaped skulls for characters that would hate. That hates cops.
Lucius will offer. Was it Declan?
Yeah, Declan.
Declan. Like, and he'll offer it to Declan.
What was offered?
Like some little dank
joint.
Little joint.
A hog leg.
Declan takes it, and he takes a hit.
Ooh, it's like training day.
And he hands it back.
There are benefits to having a druid around.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys, have that conversation,
he worships this shit.
And as you guys have that conversation, you kind of like, okay, start to feel each other out, and you say that, not physically,
out,
feel each other out, like in conversation.
Lucius would not be opposed to either,
but he would. Yeah. Lucius would do that with consent. First, he would.
Not implied.
Declan's still a little bit guarded with these guys.
Yeah, but as you kind of like start to do that, I think that's a good point where we wrap up for the week. This moment between these people getting to know each other, meeting just for the first time, while other people are off buying hats.
Yeah, dude.
I love this team.
I just like the fact that eventually we're gonna have to bring both of these hats back together, so Declan is just gonna see Herb there again and just be like, son of a bitch!
And the hat.
Somebody needs to, I need an artist's rendition of this hat. I need to know what this hat looks like.
Patrick, is there
Herb wearing the hat.
Is there any similarity between your Herb and Herb Tarlick?
Or Herb Alpert?
WKRP.
So, like, to dial it back to out of character, the original idea I had for a character in general that was just a good idea was the Herbalife cleric, who is just in a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like a cleric, but their church, their belief system is the multi-level marketing scheme they're a part of.
Yeah.
And we dialed that back, so Herb is just a I would say sort of your general purpose shyster.
Yeah.
The next biggest sucker of a religion. So the Herbalife cleric.
How closely does he resemble Herb Tarlick?
Like physically.
I put a picture.
I'm Googling this because I have not watched WKRP in Cincinnati in at least 20-some years since it was on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
I mean,
mostly the abundance of plaid.
Spiritually, same vibe, but like
feathered hair.
I think the hair, perfect match.
Okay. That's what
hair
is
a perfect match.
What about the amount of plaid?
Probably not as much plaid. I don't know. I'm guessing, but like
their fantasy world
as
plaid.
Loud, probably.
Like I said, spiritually, like that vibe checks out.
Yeah.
So I have not watched WKRP in Cincinnati in 20-some years, and I frankly don't remember a lot of details, but that guy looks slightly slimy. The character, I'm guessing.
He's very, he's more than slightly, I would say.
Okay. Then we're in the ballpark here.
All right. And with that, thank y'all for being with us for another fine adventure. Look forward to next time as we get to know our new friends, our new members of the party, as you enjoy this this full screen of faces. Like I've had to reconstruct it. all eight boxes. It was fun to make.
Wait until we roll initiative.
Yes. Wait till we get to map time. I'll do the peak. That's the 6.
Oh no.
I'd be rolling through the 6 with my.
You make me miss Toronto. How dare you?
But yeah, thank y'all for being with us. Be sure to check out the channel at Revelli TV over on Twitch. If you're over there on YouTube, check us out live for more episodes and more streams, like our Witcher stream, our other game streams like Mass Effect, our GM mode stream. I will be taking a peek whenever I can to purchase it on 2K23, and we'll I'll have that ready. But we're still doing 2K22. Look up for that and other stuff.
Has Jazz Chisholm been made it to your life yet in the MLB The Show world?
No, I haven't been playing MLB The Show. I might, who knows? Maybe when that comes out onto EA Play,
Yes. When that hits
is that EA
the
Play
pass.
or?
I think it'll hit the Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass, I think. Yeah. I'll look into that. And who knows? Maybe if it's better than the previous time I tried to play MLB The Show, and that whole control issue, I'll try to check it out. But that could also be fun, like just follow a season and whatnot. But yeah, all those things. Check out Revelli TV on YouTube as well. Follow the things, like, share, and whatever. Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
#find Luke.
Annyeong. Fighting.
I'm still on it.